Hey guys, welcome in. I hope you're all having a wonderful July 4th weekend with your friends and family. But tonight I thought we should open up the mailbag and dive into volume 12 of viewer comments. We have some really interesting stuff to get to, including the return of the Bozo OU Fan of the Week, which is back by popular demand. So you have that to look forward to as well. But before we get into it, I do ask that if you are enjoying the videos, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you want to help support the channel in an even bigger way, you can do so over at my Patreon for only $1 a month. Major shout out to James Diggs, who just became our newest gold tier patron. Alright guys, let's get into it. Alright, so first up we have Ted saying, man, we are just picking up 3 stars and hoping they develop? Well Ted, I honestly think you're missing a huge point here. I mean, the kids don't just magically develop. The coaches are the ones developing them. So it comes down to a question of, do you trust the staff to develop these kids who have a ton of upside? You may not, and that's okay. You're obviously allowed to have your own opinion, but I personally do trust the staff. I really do. If they give me a reason to not trust them with this, I'll come on here and tell you guys exactly how I feel. But for now, they have my full trust. And also, I don't hope they develop, I expect them to develop. There's a big difference there. Okay, next up we have longtime commenter and gold tier patron Lou saying, it's under the radar, but has anyone else noted how in almost every account by a new commit they mention academics and opportunities? Riley's staff is finally selling the benefits of a USC degree and the connections in Los Angeles. Academics are how we separate from Oregon, Texas, Ohio State, and every SEC school except Vandy. The opportunities in LA cannot be matched in SEC country, Ann Arbor, or Columbus. Sorry, G-Greens. So that's a fantastic point. I mean, I'm pretty sure every single commit so far has made mention of the academics playing a big role in their decision to come to USC. And how could it not? It's such a prestigious school. You know the parents of these kids love the academics at SC. I mean, there's so many advantages to being at USC. Location, history, academics, connections, you name it. Lincoln can really get to know these kids, and whatever their lifestyle preferences are, he can sell them something to accommodate them. We're in a really good spot. I mean, we got dealt as good a hand as you could possibly have in the college football recruiting landscape. And no need to apologize, Lou. I may live in Columbus, but I never said anything about enjoying it here. Alright, next we have my guy Trevor, who sent in a $5 super thanks. And guys, this is totally optional. You do not have to do this. But if you do, I will always feature your super thanks in a video. But Trevor says, thoughtful analysis on the quote-unquote less heralded players as much as the hyped ones. It's been a busy past couple of weeks. Man, it's been very busy. It seems like there's always something going on with USC football for sure. So thanks again, Trevor. Always appreciate you. Alright, next we have Walker asking, who are your favorite USC/football channels? Alright, so I love questions like these. There are so many talented people out there. I actually made a featured channel section on my channel page that I will be updating as I come across more channels I find informative or interesting. So I have 3 to recommend for you today. Definitely check out the QB School channel. JD O'Sullivan is a former NFL quarterback and he's done multiple videos covering Caleb Williams. You will learn so much from watching him and your football knowledge will grow exponentially. Also head over to the On3 YouTube channel and check out the Hard Count with JD Piquel. He is the best national college football voice, hands down. He knows this USC team and he understands USC football, so check him out for sure. And in terms of specifically USC focused content, head over to the USC Football at the Voice of College Football channel and check out my guy Tim. His live call-in shows are a ton of fun, and you'll find some very thoughtful and insightful discussions about USC recruiting and just Trojan football in general over there. So yeah, those 3 are fantastic. Check them out if you're interested. Alright guys, I know you've been waiting for this. It's finally back. Let's meet the Bozo OU Fan of the Week. So this week, our winner is Lane Wright, which is quite possibly the most Oklahoma-y name I've ever heard. But Lane says, the video and the comments are hilarious. You idiots should stick to making movies and surfing. Bunch of whining liberal morons. SEC is so far ahead of your silly conference. The jealousy is so obvious. Oh boy, I can't believe what I'm hearing from these OU fans. I mean, they do realize they're going to get destroyed in the SEC, right? I mean, Texas is going to be fine. Sark knows that conference and they're going to put up points. But OU is going to get absolutely walloped when they make the jump. Oklahoma is in line to be the next Nebraska. The fall off is going to be real. So while USC is competing for Big Ten titles, making more money than OU will ever make in the SEC, enjoy your 5-win seasons and losing to Kentucky. By the way, that's not me pumping up the SEC. The middle of that conference is trash. That's just how bad I think OU is going to be. And also, I like how movies and surfing is supposed to be an insult. Yeah, we'll stick to that, and you guys stick to partying it up at the local Applebee's. You know the Applebee's in Norman is packed night in, night out. God, it's like the channel goes a week or two without getting these ridiculous comments, and I think, oh, maybe they've matured and moved on. Nope, they're still the second dumbest fan base in America. But moving on, next we have Steven asking, how do you feel about going to the Big Ten with a new defensive coordinator? Or do you think Grinch saves his job this year? So I have faith in Grinch. I saw enough last year with a bad defensive roster to think that the D could be much improved this year. Now what do I think Grinch has to do to save his job? The defense can't be the reason USC loses games. We can't have Tulane or Utah happen again. If we lose to Oregon 52-49 and lose another game in the same way, he may be in trouble. But I have faith. I know a lot of you don't, and that's totally okay. We're all pulling for the same thing, so let's just hope it works out. As for heading into the Big Ten with the new defensive coordinator, I mean, it's not ideal. You'd love to have that continuity heading into that league. But if a change is needed, I'm sure Lincoln won't hesitate to pull the trigger. Next we have Duncan saying, pretty funny comment and indicative of the East Coast centered rating services that his rating will plummet by committing to USC. Whereas if he had committed to Michigan or Ohio State, he would count as a 4-star no problem. So if you don't know what this is in reference to, I made a comment in the Poly commitment video that now that he's committed to USC, his rankings will plummet. And when I said that, I was just really ticked about the Joey Olsen situation. If you don't know, Joey plays on a struggling team in Oregon, puts up great numbers his junior year, 9 touchdowns averaging 18 yards per catch, and he gets dropped in the rankings and loses his 4-star status. I mean, that is not a 3-star player in any world, but 247 is always doing stuff like that, and it really pisses me off. I mean, Tackett Curtis was the player of the year in the state of Louisiana. He commits to USC, and how far did he fall? 60-some spots? I mean, it's ridiculous, and they need to be called out for it. I still do use the 247 composite for rankings because I like how every site is compiled into one, but On3 is the best recruiting service out there as far as I'm concerned. But guys, those are all the comments and questions we have this week. There was some really good stuff sent in. Again, if you want to have your comment or question featured, the most surefire ways are to shoot me a question on Twitter, @GGreens with 3 S's, or to send in a super thanks here on YouTube. But guys, if you did enjoy the video today, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out so much. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You're all awesome, and as always, take care and fight on.